Hi there, my name is Amanda Kaufman.
And I'm Chris Lavelle.
And you are listening to the Crush Method Show. Join us each week for ideas to help you move your coaching business forward into service of others faster and with better results.
We're committed to professionalism and coaching, and we want to help you get it done.
Early in my coaching business, I started out with my very first online campaign. And welcome to our blog today. My name is Amanda Kaufman.
And I'm Chris Lavelle.
And today we want to share with you our series on the myths of what it takes to start a coaching business. So over the next few weeks, we're going to break it down for you. We've got 5 big myths that we're going to take you through. And we're going to share with you what you can do instead of what everybody says.
There you go. Myth busting, almost like a little myth busting.
Yeah, it's like myth busting of coaching businesses.
Ah, that's pretty cool. All right.
So when I first started out as a brand new coach, I got a certification and then a mastery level certification in something called an Energy Leadership Index assessment. And I'm so excited about this assessment even today. I think it's awesome. It really helps you to understand how you're showing up in the world now and how you'd like to show up in the world. And it forms a really strong foundation for coaching. The other thing I really love about it is when you do the assessment, then you get to do this debrief together. And it's a great way to have a conversation with someone kind of before you get to that whole, do you want to be my coaching client? And it's just a nice warm up.
Well, sure.
So anyway, I got this harebrained idea that I was going to do my very first online promotion. I decided to do, drumroll please, a Black Friday sale. Do you remember this?
I do. And so that brings us actually to myth number 1. And myth number 1 is that social media will bring you all the clients you need.
Oh my gosh. Specifically, posting to social media is going to just get you clients.
Yep.
And so what I did to get ready for my Black Friday promotional sale is I did everything that I had read so far I needed to do. I came up with an offer. I came up with a deadline. I made sure there was scarcity, and I am one person, so I could only take on so many people who wanted to buy this survey or this assessment. So then I sat down and I did the social media posts. I wrote the posts, I had creative, which is, the pictures that go with it. I popped into Canva and I made my pictures. And then I scheduled everything in advance because I'm very techie. And I pre-scheduled my messages, and I even wrote emails to go with this campaign to go out at the same time.
It was an awesome social media campaign.
It was great.
And then?
Crickets. Absolute crickets.
And so the myth, again, for a reminder, is that social media will bring you all the clients you need. And you just heard her describe such an evolved social media campaign, but... Crickets. And so the thing to keep in mind, kind of learning number 1 out of that, if you will, is that social media is a tool for connection, but it's really just more to drive the conversation further. In and of itself, it's not going to automatically give you clients. It's a conversation starter, if you will.
So we have all experienced having like a Facebook ad that we click on and we opt in maybe for a free thing. It's called a lead magnet. Yep. And then maybe we get invited to a webinar or a masterclass or something like that. And then we get invited to purchase. And so that gives me takeaway number 2. You have to have a really robust process that has a lot of giving at the front end of it in order for online and social media to work. So what didn't work with my Black Friday promotion, even though I had all the ingredients that it should have worked, the thing is nobody knows what an Energy Leadership Index assessment is except for the other coaches who had that same exact certification. So why would they buy that from me?
Yep. Well, and keep in mind as well, back to point number 1, and you were talking about point number 2, but even in point number 1, social media is kind of a low potency approach to talking to people, especially if there's a lot of other people out there potentially saying the same thing. It's a convenient way to talk to people, but it's not necessarily a chance to have a really potent one-on-one conversation. It's an opportunity to spark a conversation, but not much more than that. In and of itself, nobody's going to say, that's the person I want to buy from. Here's my money. Nobody's really like likely to do that.
Exactly. So I put together my salesy little Facebook posts and I put it on my personal page, and I had a business page and I posted it on all the pages, and it was supposed to work. But because I was going straight for the jugular, basically, like, here, you know, spend time with me and give me money, it was too aggressive, basically, for what the platform of social media is really all about.
Yeah, social media typically takes a longer term approach. You have to build more of that know, like, and trust consistently over time, because it's such a low potency environment in that case, low potency media.
You keep saying potency. What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked that. So potency in this case means something that has a lot of personal impact, a lot of one-on-one connection, for example. And I'll give you a context here for an opposite perspective on that. So something with very high potency but low convenience is a one-on-one face-to conversation. So meeting somebody for coffee, having a phone conversation one-on-one, that's relatively high potency but low convenience, because you had to get on the phone or you had to get dressed and go to the coffee shop or something like that. Whereas social media, that flip side we were talking about, it's very convenient. You just do something like we're doing here. You slap a post together and put it out there. It's very easy to do.
We're shooting this on my iPhone.
Absolutely. But it's low potency because it's just getting lost in the background noise. People scroll through Facebook kind of like they used to watch TV in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And they just kind of zoned out and stared at it for hours.
By the way, if you're still with us, like, hey, thanks for spending time with us, because that's why we're doing this.
Absolutely.
Here's how you use social media really well. You have a consistency to providing content to people on a regular basis. So using a process to make sure that you're not just posting sporadically and just when I had my Black Friday sale, coming out of the woodworks, not posting anything about what energy leadership is or what core energy coaching is or how I can help people and the benefits of having a coach. I didn't have any of that leading up to my big campaign. All I did was go online and say, hey, I'm going to give you a great deal on this thing. You have no idea what it is or why it's going to help.
Well, that actually brings us to point number 3. And what you just heard Amanda describe, it was all about, hey, I'm Amanda, I'm doing this thing, I can give this to you, wouldn't you like to have it? There was an awful lot of me in that example.
Me.
Yeah, and we see that a lot from coaches and other experts on social media. There's a lot of me. I'm really neat. Here's why you should work with me. Here's how I can help you. It's a lot of me-centric stuff. Whereas what really actually we recommend doing on social media is more about them. The people you're wanting to try and help.
It's about you.
About you, absolutely. So the more you can make it about the people you want to help, for example, the more they're going to feel a personal connection with you. It's more of that conversation kind of sparker that we talked about in takeaway number 1. So typically make it less about you and more about the results that actually people are looking for. That's going to help them understand how you can connect and help them more directly.
That's just so powerful and really great advice. And obviously my marketing's shifted a bit over the past few years.
Absolutely.
And a lot of it is really just learning how to connect with you in a deeper way than just me, I'm amazing, I did all of this stuff. And of course, I didn't come from that perspective with my Black Friday sale because I'm just, so into me. I did it because I think everybody does. In the beginning, we're still figuring out all this marketing stuff. So if you've ever posted something out there and you're realizing watching this blog, it was kind of me-centric, it really wasn't about them, whoever them are, then that's okay. I literally think everybody goes through that process. And so the important thing is to keep showing up, keep asking your audience and the people that you're talking to about your coaching, what's important to you? What benefits do you want to get? Where do you struggle? How could I help? And if you're always approaching with a helpful angle on social media, you're going to find that people become very receptive and are very attracted to that because they do want the help. They just don't want to be, I think the other me is sometimes we are putting a pity party on for our potential clients. And the thing is nobody wants to feel shame about where they are and what they're doing. What they want is they want practical strategies. They want to have great understanding. They want to be able to try new things and new ways of doing stuff.
They want help.
They want the help, but they don't want a pity party. So make sure when you're putting your helpful content out there, it's not poor you, here, let me do this for you. We're not mommying them in kind of
and we're not saying shame on you for doing that way. We're not trying to shame them either.
Yeah, it's more about a helpful dialogue of hey, I can help. Here's how I can help. And by the way, here's some information for free that I'm going to give you that shows that I can help. And then you can invite them up every now and again to take another logical, progressive next step towards a relationship with you.
Absolutely.
By the way, if this is your first time watching us, welcome to the Crush Method Show. We are super glad that you're here. And if this was helpful, we just love it if you would share it with 3 fabulous friends. It'll make you a fabulous friend for giving them something that's going to absolutely help their day. And we really appreciate your support.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right. So take care, and we'll see you next week.
See you next time.
When we bust the second myth.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Mwah. Bye.
Guys.
On that note, we want to thank you so much for tuning in.
Can you please do us a favor? Please go ahead and subscribe to our show. And if you would please take a moment and rate and leave a review of our podcast, it'll really help folks find us.
And if you're a coach who is building your practice, go check out www.thecrushmethod.com to find our latest free trainings and worksheets for coaches committed to making this crazy world of ours a better place.